desire for guns and ammunition, they saw it as a financial opportunity. Incredibly, in the fall of 1674, Plymouth magistrates voted to annul a law prohibiting the sale of powder and shot to the Indians. Then, in January of 1675, John Sassamon paid a visit to Josiah Winslow. In 1675, Sassamon was approaching 60 years of age. Abhorred by Philip as conniving and dishonest, he was nonetheless the son-in-law of Philip's sister Amy. In fact, he lived on land given him by Amy's husband, Tuspequin, known as the Black Sachem of Newmasket. Despite his intimate connection to native royalty, Sassamon was working once again for the missionary John Eliot, and was minister to a group of praying Indians in Newmasket. There is no way of knowing how long John Sassamon had known about Philip's plans for war. There is also no way of knowing how long he wrestled with what he should do with that information. But in mid-January of 1675, he informed Josiah Winslow that Philip was on the verge of war. This was not what the governor of Plymouth wanted to hear. Even when Sassamon warned that his life would be in danger if anyone learned that he had spoken with the governor, Winslow's reaction was to dismiss the claim as yet another Indian overstatement, even if the Indian had attended his alma mater, Harvard College. At 43, Winslow was no longer the brazen young man who had shoved a pistol in Alexander's chest. His health had become a concern. He may have been stricken by tuberculosis, and the prospect of a major Indian war was simply not part of the future he had envisioned for Plymouth. Sassamon's state of mind after his meeting with the governor can only be imagined. What we do know is that not long afterward his dead body was discovered beneath the ice of Assawamsett Pond in modern Lakeville. Left lying on the ice were his hat, his musket, and a brace of ducks. It certainly appeared as if Sassamon had accidentally fallen through the ice and drowned. But when the Indian who found the body pulled it from the pond, no water issued from the mouth, an indication that Sassamon had been dead before he went through the ice. The body was also bruised and swollen around the neck and head. When word of Sassamon's death reached Careswell, the governor of Plymouth finally began to believe that the Poconokets might be up to something. An investigation was launched, and in March, Philip voluntarily appeared in court to answer any questions the officials might have. Strenuously denying his involvement in Sassamon's death, the sachem insisted that this was an internal Indian matter and not the purview of the Plymouth government. The court, however,